Hello, 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 everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is Shalina Diva, the purpose driven diva. Let me put my headphones on, y'all. Let me put them on. This is Shalina Diva, the purpose driven diva, you guys, and I'm so excited about going live. And those of you who know me, you know I am Shalina Diva, the purpose driven diva. Those of you who do not, my clients call me the diva because I help my clients to discover, invest, value, and appreciate their lives and business. Okay. And through my company, Best Selling Year, I show new coaches, speakers, new online coaches, speakers, and consultants how to take what they know and turn it into cash. I show you how to package up your brilliance and put it into digital products like a membership site, online classes, webinars, ebooks, you name it. Okay. My company, Best Selling Year, we help you to build a profitable personal brand, content marketing that positions you as an expert and gets you paid, and also those digital products that you can sell online and earn that money in your sleep. Okay, you guys, so that's me. I'm Shalina Diva. You can find out more about me at bestsellingyear.com. Okay, so enough about me. This is about you, boo. All right, so I am going to talk to new coaches because I specialize in helping new online coaches, speakers, and consultants to build an online coaching business that is profitable and it is thriving. Okay, so before I hop into tonight's lesson, hey, there's Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. Hey there, hey there, hey there. Everybody tune in, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and then drop your website because I love to share my platform and I love to let other people know what you are doing, okay? Because there would be no me without all of you. Hey, Shakima S. Perry, everybody there, Shakima. So let us know where you're tuning in from. And I always ask people to share where they're tuning in from to really impress upon people who aren't using the internet, to really show you the power of the internet. I am based out of Philadelphia. I live in Philadelphia, but most of my clients are not from Philly. And that's such a testament to the power of the internet. Okay. So that's why I love for people to tune in and tell me where they're tuning in from. You do not have to be local. Some of you are doing some great things locally and COVID hit, and now you got to pivot. Now you got to do different things. You got to make sure you understand this internet. Okay. So tune in, let us know where you're tuning in from, and then drop your website so I can help support you. So let me get into the lesson. Okay. It's going to be a good one tonight, you guys. All right. As I said, I focus on those new coaches who are trying to get it together, and also those coaches who have been around, but you aren't having the impact or the income that you want. Okay, you know you're brilliant, but you don't have solid products to sell, and you need to streamline. So I am for you too as well. All right. So before I hop into the lesson, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills says I am tuning in from Roanoke, Virginia, and my website is iamamoneymaker.com. Shout out to Dr. Stevie. All right. So how many of you, so tonight we're going to talk about how to get people, how to get people, oops, I need to fix that because that is not quite right. Okay, let me get that banner together. And it honestly, you guys, it should be how to get people to keep, not your keep. I'm sorry. It should be to keep, how to get people to keep. There we go. There we go. How to get people to keep buying your stuff. Okay, that's what it's about. Some of you probably was like, what is she talking about? This is what I'm talking about. How to get people to keep buying your stuff. All right. And so I'm actually going to give you all a lesson that I learned from a billionaire. Do you want me to give you this lesson that I learned from a billionaire? If you do, type billion in the comments. It's a billionaire that you've all heard of at some point in your life. I know I have. And I was listening to some of his interviews, and I kept listening to one thing he kept saying about what makes a successful business. Okay, so if you want me to drop this gem, type billion in the comments and I will give you this gem, because it's really going to be the piece of advice that I'm going to give you tonight about how to get people to keep buying your stuff. All right, so Dr. Steve is like, listen, drop that gem, billion. She typed billion. I need other people to join her. I'm very interactive. If you just sit back, you don't interact with me, like I don't think you will really retain, but that's just how I am. So I appreciate if you did share. So Shakima S. Perry, she's from Richmond, Virginia. Her website is purposetopromise.com, and she's looking for that gem. Okay, you guys, okay. So how many of you have ever heard of Paul Mitchell? The hair brand, Paul Mitchell. How many of you have ever heard of that? Shout out to Carla Nicole. She said billion. She wants that billionaire idea, right? How many of you have ever heard of Paul Mitchell? If you have, type yes in the comments. If you ever heard of Paul Mitchell, type yes in the comments. The reason why is because I want to give you a frame of reference of where I'm coming from. So this is what Paul. This is what his name is John Paul DiGiorgio. So he is the one half of Paul Mitchell. So I guess the Paul came from his name and then Mitchell came from the other partner's name. So he's the only surviving partner of the Paul Mitchell brands. And so they asked him, what are 3 things that he looks for when he's deciding whether a brand has potential? The second thing that he mentioned was potential for repeat customers. I'm going to show you my numbers to prove to you that I have tapped into something as well, and people buy my stuff over and over and over again. So let me tap back, and before I tell you what he said, let me see if you're all with me. Okay, so you've all heard of Paul Mitchell. Stevie heard of Paul Mitchell, and Carlos heard of Paul Mitchell. Okay, here is what John Paul DiGiorgio had to say. And after I share this, please look it up. Don't just take my word for it. He says, DiGiorgio also looks for products that you don't need to sell over and over again. He seeks out products or services that will become part of a customer's routine. You don't want to be in the selling business, DiGiorgio says. Instead, you want to be in the reorder business where your product or services is so good, people want to reorder or to reuse it. Now, many of you are actually, listen, I'm actually a coach. And right now you might not be selling like a physical product because DiGiorgio is talking about a physical product like conditioner, shampoo, things like that. And you can see how, if you like, ladies, if we like a product or whatever, right? Don't we keep ordering over and over again? So he says that's a great thing. If you get them once, you treat them well, and they keep buying over and over again. Now, how can we as coaches, who most of the things, we're not selling physical products, but we're selling like intangible products, like, some people, how to build your confidence. I teach people how to build an online school. That's a tangible thing. But the thing is, if I create a product, how can I get people to keep buying over and over? Because you can't keep buying the same thing over from me. Do you guys follow? Would you follow where I'm going with this? Like, once you purchase a class from me, you can't keep buying that same class. Whereas though what DiGiorgio is talking about is you buy the shampoo, you buy the conditioner, and you keep buying it over and over again. Well, we have the kind of product where normally once they've taken a class with you, they can't keep buying it over and over again. Does anybody follow where I'm going with this? But if you take the principle of the reorder and you listen to what he's saying, I'm going to show you how to get people to keep buying your products and services. Because with us, like, once you bought a service, you're not going to keep coming back necessarily to buy that service. Is everyone following this? If you're following this, type follow in the comments, because I'm about to drop a gem right here. The thing is, if you're a coach, like I said, if you teach a class and someone's purchased it already, they can't purchase it again. What do? You still want to have repeat buyers. So what you do now is you really start studying your ideal client. You start studying the problems that they have. You start studying like their issues that they have. You start studying the questions that they have, and then you start creating products, not one product. Stop thinking that one product is going to be the end all be all for a client. It is not, and you don't want that. You honestly don't want that. See, that old school, the information marketing is like, you want to create one program that solves all these problems. Do not do that. It's overwhelming to people, and you are limiting your earning potential. So what you do is you study your ideal client, and you offer them a class. And my thing is, you teach a class that solves one issue, one problem at a time, and you go deep. Because they have multiple issues, they have multiple problems, they have multiple things they need your help with. So what you do is you teach that one thing, you go deep, and then you feed them. You make sure they understand, they know how to do it, and you treat them well so that when you anticipate their next need. So you've already created another class that's going to solve another piece of the puzzle for them. And if you do well in the first class, guess what? They're going to purchase the next class. So this is how coaches can do the whole reorder and repeat buyer thing. You have to become smarter because, like I said, we don't have like one product like shampoo. And if they like it, they can keep buying it over and over again. But what you do have is that you can solve different problems for them over and over again. Now, Carla Nicole says she follows this. Is anybody else following what I'm saying? Because my hey D, thank you. I think she invited someone. So Carla Nicole is saying that she follows this. Are you all following what I'm saying? Why you don't want to create a product that's like the end all be all? That is garbage. Throw that out the window. You don't want that. Instead, you want to look at your ideal client, you want to study them, and you want to begin to solve their problems, one product, one service at a time. And the reason why you do this is if you do it well the first time, they're going to keep coming back and they're going to keep buying more and more and more. Because here's the thing that people don't realize with customers. Once they find something good, they want to keep going back. They don't want to keep people like, your ideal clients, they don't want to keep going around to all these different coaches. There's like, okay, I have a coach I go to for this. I have a coach I go to for that. Like people do that because not all coaches solve all problems. And I understand that. But if they find a coach that helps them, like, okay, Shalina will help you to build your online school and create those classes and create your programs, your products and your services. She will help you have that foundation. If I'm great at that, they will keep buying those kind of products and programs from me. They don't want to buy me from over here, somebody else, because then you get into all these different philosophies. Am I right or wrong? So if you find somebody that does Facebook ads, right, and they're great, they just want to stick with that person who does Facebook. They don't want to go to 10 people who do Facebook ads. So you have to be that number one selection for them. And the way that you do that is you're constantly solving their problems. Too many of you, this old way of like, you want to create a program that solves all their problems. You can do that. It takes a special kind of person. But there are people, think of yourself as like a convenience store. There are people who have different issues and they need to be able to come to your online school. What problem do they have? This solves it. They buy it. They consume it. They love it. They want to come back and they buy something else. That is how you have the repeat buyers that John Paul DeJoria is what he was talking about. But too many of you, you're not studying your ideal clients. You don't know what problems they have. You don't know what keeps them up at night. You don't know what questions they have. And so you're not creating problems. Jay-Z says, I got 99 problems, right? I say, okay, you got 99 problems and I got a solution for everyone. That's a different take. You got 99 problems and I got a solution for everyone. Now, I might not be the one to necessarily have the expertise in that, but guess what? I'm going to find someone who has the expertise in a problem that you have because you're my ideal client. I'm going to get with them. We're going to collaborate and I'm going to offer that service to you. Some of you get caught up and it's like, you forget that you're also a resource to people. You don't have to know everything in order to present it to people and to offer it to them. You can collab with somebody who's an expert. You say, yo, my people, they need this. You're an expert in finance. They need that. They want to build their credit. Let's collaborate and we're going to offer it to my people because that's a problem that they have. And I want to be a resource. I want to solve it. And I want to be first in mind. And I'm telling you, that is how I create repeat buyers. On average, I'm about to show you my numbers to back all of this up. On average, people come to me and they buy at least 3 products. At least 3. So you want to begin to create that, but you can't create that if, for one, you're not creating solutions to their problems. You have to realize that when you got in business to become a professional problem solver. I solve problems for a fee. I don't do them for free. Now this is like, this is free. This is great, right? You can learn something from this, but if you really want to get down into the nitty gritty and you want me to help you get results, you're going to have to purchase it. The game must be sold. It can't be told. Okay. And we're gonna get into that. Hold on. I'm gonna check out. All right. So D says great info. Stevie says she's following. Hey, it's Bria Mara. Hey, hi. Sarita Powers is saying everyone, LOL, love it. All right. And Sarita Powers, listen, I tell you got a problem and you're a new coach and you're trying to build an online business. Any problem you got in this area, I want to solve it. And if I can't solve it, I'm going to collaborate with somebody and we're going to present it to you. And that's how it goes. But that's how you create repeat buyers. Now, I'm telling you all about how you create these repeat buyers. But do you want to see my proof? If you want me to show you my proof, type proof in the comments, because I have no problem showing you my proof, because I think y'all need to just stop believing people who just be saying stuff. Like, people just be saying stuff, right? And y'all just be taking their word for it. You got to start getting proof with some stuff, y'all. Before y'all go following these people and start spending thousands of dollars with them, they ain't show you not one bit of proof that they have done or that they really know what they're talking about. Some people, because online, right, if you have a good presence, like me, I have this, I have my great virtual backgrounds. I'm confident. I have poise. I have great posture. Some people love the way that I speak. I'm funny. I'm engaging. I'm all those things. You can get caught up in the facade. And you invest all this money and then you realize, wait a minute, you've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok. Your pocket's been run amok. So many people, they've invested all this money because people got this energy and they talk a good game, but you don't really know if they really bout it. And then another thing too, you guys, is with people, they talk about their numbers, but you should also be interested in how have they helped other people. Because there's some coaches, big name coaches, they doing their thing, they making all this money. But I'm like, dang, for you to be making all that money and have all these people, why don't you have more testimonials? Or why don't you share more of your testimonials? Because I want to know, who are you out there helping? Because there's some people, y'all, they can be out there talking that good game and they can get people in. But I want to know, how many people have you helped on a large scale? All right. So listen. So D Johnson says, I'm proof. Oh, so D Johnson says she is my proof. Thank you very much. Shakima wants proof and Carla wants proof. Now, I often show my numbers, especially to my students, and I do that to encourage them, and I encourage them. So within our community, we share our numbers, because especially as women, we have to become more comfortable talking about money and talking about numbers and talking about different things. We have to become more comfortable, because if you don't become comfortable, you're not going to do what you have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my dashboard. I want you to pay close attention to the numbers on the left-hand side, right? The number of customers versus the number of sales. And I did this early on. I just kept solving problems and solving problems. And some people started hating on me, like, you always coming up with a class. Well, why not? They need the help. They trust me. Why shouldn't I? See, that comes from a person who doesn't know how to use their creativity or their imagination, or who doesn't understand you're in the business of solving problems. You don't know how to solve a problem. You just had this one solution. It's just probably how you do things. That's it. And you force it on people. If people not buying it, you need to retweak that. It could be a good idea, but it's too much of you in it and not enough about the ideal clients in it. Like, okay, like for example, real quick, before I show you all my numbers, one thing is, you're like, oh, well, I want to pre-record my classes. And then you pre-record all this stuff, thinking the stuff you think they should know. And then you're trying to force it. And people are like, nah, they don't want that. Whereas though, maybe if you taught it live and then I'm telling you, when you record something, when you teach something live and you record it and then you resell it, it has a totally different energy than when you just pre-package it. I promise you. I don't know what, it's just a different energy. So instead, it's like you put too much of yourself in it and you don't think enough about the person. That's why you're not selling. That is why you're not selling, right? So let me see what Dr. T says. So Dr. T says, yes, being comfortable. You got to be comfortable with the numbers, right? So I'm going to show you guys my numbers, and I want you to pay attention to the left-hand side. And I'm going to need some people who are math people. All right. So most people would get excited about the revenue, the 80,500. Most people would get excited about that, right, you guys? But no, in order to get to the 80,500, you need to understand what's on the left-hand column. 190 customers. So I don't even have 200 customers yet. I have 190 customers, right? And then, but I have 574 sales. So I don't even know. Let me see. Let me take 8,500 divided by 190. Oh, wow. Y'all ready for this? On average, every customer spends about $400 with me on average. Now, I had some really big sales in there lately, but still, people end up spending about $400 with me. Not with one product, though, y'all. It's with several products, and when you add them up. So you have 190 customers, and on average, they spend about $400 with me. And then I have 574 sales. So you have 574 minus 190. That's a difference of 384. So 384 minus 190. Yeah, so that's pretty darn good that on average, y'all, people spend about $400 with me, but it's not all at once. It's on multiple products. Some people started out with me with a $27 product. They loved it so much. Then they bought a $37 product. Then they might have bought a $47 one. Then they might have bought a $97 one. Then they might have bought something for $197 or $247. Do you see how all of that adds up? Because I'm constantly solving my ideal client's problems. So I a few months ago I met a woman, and she didn't realize it, but she was very snooty with me. She was like, I am a premium coach. And I'm like, oh, she's saying she premium. Like, okay. So I checked out her website. Her highest product was $6,000. Like, that's a nice price, but baby, but the way she was trying to play it off on me, I'm like, premium, the way you trying to talk, like you charging 25K for a 1 year mastermind or something. I'm like, okay, baby, it's $6,000. Okay, fine. So I think it was 6,000, and then you can make two payments of 3,000 and some change. Two payments of that. I'm like, okay. But my thing is, there are people that out there that I want to serve and I can serve, and they don't necessarily, on average, most of them don't have 3K to come up with right away. And I have a saying, no dollar, no diva left behind. So she's sitting up there and she's, oh, when I showed her my school, when I was just starting, I had something for 57, 37. She was like, I'm not against lower price products, but I solve really big problems and I should be compensated as such. I said, well, yeah, I understand what you're saying and I'm working towards that, but I want to make sure that I build a foundation for people who do desire to work with me. And I know it's at different price points, but it's also strategy. So I look at that same woman who tried to play me and tried to like put me down because I'm not a premium coach the way she thought she is. And I was just like, I love to talk to her now because that same person that bought something for me for 27, 37, they've now paid me over $3,000. But it was natural and it was something that they wanted to do. And before you knew, I'm like the dollar store. You ever go into the dollar store and before you even know, you want to spend $50, $20, you like, dang, I came in for one thing. So that's why don't compare yourself to other people. Don't let other people put you down. Because when she said that if I wasn't strong, I'm like, oh my God, I want to be premium. I'm like, baby, listen, you're gonna suffer from feast or famine because you gotta find people that can pay you 3,000 up front or $6,000. Those are far fewer and in between without you running a lot of Facebook ads or doing a lot of stuff. I'm like, I want to get paid every day. And I want to service the people. And just because somebody starts out with you at a $37 product, that doesn't mean they don't have the money to ascend with you to something higher. Some people need to sample you, taste and see what you're like, and they want to get results. That's why these smaller classes that solve problems that they have, you teach it well, boom, you get them a result. Like Canva Diva. I taught you how to use Canva Diva. Now you have better designs. Boom. And now you're attracting a different clientele. I teach you how to live stream to earn money, give you a script, you learn it, boom. Now you know how to live stream better. You live stream, you make a sale, you have a result. So the next thing that I'm offering, you're going to be on it and you're going to want to get it. So do you all understand? This is how you get people. This is how you get people to keep buying your stuff. Don't listen to people because it was other people like, why are you charging $37? You're making it hard for me. Listen, if you're worth your weight in gold, it don't matter what I'm charging. they're still going to come to you. But there's a strategy. So I'm going to just let you know one of my strategies. When I want to reach a new market or reach people who have never experienced me, I might offer something at a really like a no-brainer price, because I know that once I get you and once I teach you and I help you, you're going to buy more of my stuff. I am that confident. But my numbers bear that out. So it's not like I'm being like crazy. My numbers bear that out. So sometimes when, for those of you who like, you have a thing about pricing and perception and stuff, you need to mind your business sometimes, because you don't know what that person's strategy is. I'm just going to say that. Because same people were talking about me now, I'm looking at y'all like, so how y'all doing in this pandemic? How your numbers? And it's because I stopped focusing on them and I just care about my ideal client. I just care about my ideal client and helping them and solving their problems. That's all I care about. I don't care about people who fall outside of that, because I'm not here for you. I'm not for you. And I don't solve your problems. And I'm gonna tell y'all this before I go. If anybody has any questions, I can't I don't know if you guys have any more comments, because y'all are kind of quiet tonight. Does any of this make sense to you? If it does, type sense in the comments. Type sense. So for me, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had a problem with bed bugs recently, right? Oh my God. And they wreaked havoc. They wreaked havoc on my life. And I had to they wreaked havoc on my life, and I had to like get rid of them, and it's expensive to get rid of them, and you have to go through all these treatments or whatever, right? But one thing that they taught me, that I have implemented, I will learn from anybody. So Shakima says it makes sense. Carla says it makes sense. One thing that I have implemented from them dang on bed bugs is this: bed bugs are smart. They only hang around the source that they need. So I don't mean to be graphic, but bed bugs, like, they do bite you and they suck your blood and all that stuff, right? In their bodies, they sense when you're around because of I think it's the carbon dioxide that you let out. They can sense it or something. And then if you're sitting down, if you're on the bed or whatever, it's your body heat. So they have indicators that let them know, oh, time to eat, y'all. Come on, right? And I had to learn these things because it was just like the craziest. But your body heat, that will attract them. And then the carbon dioxide that you breathe out, that attracts them. And so what they do is they wait until you're around, then they come out. That's the only time they come out, and they're trying to get on you. They're trying to, because they're very efficient and they're very smart. They don't waste their time. They only expend their energy to get what they want and they need. So they only hang out around the source. Some of y'all aren't even, you're crying that you're not getting clients, you're not getting customers, but you're not even trying to find out where they hang out at. Which groups are they in? I have a class called How to Make Money in Other People's Facebook Groups. You can check it out, right? But you're not even hanging out where they hang out at. You don't even care to learn. And then when you get in there, you're trying to spam. Don't spam, learn. What questions do they have? What problems do they have? You want to become the problem solver. And you want to showcase your brilliance in this area that you know. You want to start hanging out. Be like the bed bug. Hang out around them. And then, oh my God, bed bugs are so relentless. They don't freaking give up. They just keep coming. Some of y'all, you got to ask for the sale every single day. Some of y'all ask for the sale one time, and then ain't nobody bought nothing, and now you all upset. No, it doesn't work that way. It takes 5 to 12 times before someone even notices you to even want to buy your stuff. So you got to keep going live. You got to keep showing up, because the right people will notice you. You don't need a lot of people to notice you. You only need the right ones to notice you. And the right ones are usually they're not that many people, but it doesn't matter. So one of them bed bugs, they only listen. I was like, Lord, thank you for the experience, but please never, I wouldn't wish them on anyone, because I don't even know where they come from. And it's not that you're dirty or nothing like that, but they only hang around the source. So like with me, I developed that now, and I'm ruthless about it. And I'll tell you, if you're not one of my ideal clients, you don't fit the mold, I'm not paying you any attention. Sorry, I'm not. Why? Because you're not a source for me. You're not somebody who's about to invest in my company. You're not about to buy my stuff. So why am I paying you attention? Y'all are running. See, I don't run after people anymore. I don't run after people anymore. I go to the source, I hang around them, I invite them to my place and my group. You do that. You show up every day. These babies are relentless. They don't give up. Some of y'all are giving up. You got to keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. Hang out around your people. If you have a Facebook group, treat them well. Display your brilliance. Let them know that you're an expert, that you're an authority, that they can trust you, that they should buy your products and services. Offer it to them. Make a sale. I mean, make a sale, but offer your products every single day. You have to do that. And when you do that, they're going to start to notice you. And you just start study them. And I'm actually teaching a class this Saturday, and I didn't get the sales page together, but I'm teaching this Saturday, and it's really me breaking down how to get people to keep buying your stuff. Because there's a way, the technical term is how to find your ideal client. But it's like, okay, once you find them, it's certain things you need to do with them to ensure that they keep buying. For example, pricing. A lot of people want to know, what about pricing? What about pricing? Well, once you find out who your ideal client is, there are stealth ways that you can figure out what are their price points. What do they feel comfortable paying? One of my clients, I did like this strategy, and I asked them if they wanted to, buy this class. And I said, well, what would make you say yes? They said, Shalina, if it's $50 and under, I'm in. That let me know that with certain classes, 50 and under, it's a no-brainer. They will buy it like that. It's a no-brainer. So you got to learn how to study your ideal client. You got to learn when you get the information from them, what do you do with it? And that'll help you with pricing. People like, oh, pricing is not a magical thing. It's something I've learned to pay attention to. For another example, when it comes to my pricing, right, you guys, I know that with my ideal clients, if they see the value in something and they see how it's going to help them in their business, $1,000 is nothing to them. 1,000 is nothing. Now, I'm not saying they didn't have to work, save, scrimp, borrow. I'm not saying that. But 1,000, they can pay it in one fell swoop. So when it comes to certain products, I know where I can price it as long as they see the value and it's here. My ideal people, 1,000 ain't nothing. Don't drop it. How do I know that? I studied them. Y'all aren't studying people and you're trying to buy all these courses. People trying to tell you how to price stuff. Just pay attention to the people that you want to buy your stuff. They will tell you a price point that they feel comfortable with different. They'll let you know. I was talking to a young lady today, and we were talking about why you shouldn't discount, and the reason being with discounting. One, I said, and I started talking. I was like, I hope she understands what I'm saying. But let's just say with your program, you also have a Facebook group. I think people just have downgraded and devalued Facebook groups to the point people don't understand the tremendous value that a Facebook group has. Facebook groups are valuable, especially when you create a product and you create that product and then you create a Facebook group to build a community around the product. That is powerful. That's how you get great results. That's how you build community. It's just good energy. Now, for me, my groups are very important to me. And one of my groups, the Build Your Online School, we talk about money all day, every day. Money is energy. So I need that space to be positive. I need people to feel upbeat. I need them to feel safe. Now, right now, the Build Your Online School is underpriced right now because I want to help as many people as I can. But the price will be increasing soon. And I'm at the point where it's like, now, if you can't afford that, then you need to save up for it. And that is my posture, and I'm not going to change. And that's that. So we were talking about if you have this great program, right? And then you have a Facebook group to it. Hear me out. Now, let's just say you had it at a certain price. Some people paid the full price, but then others, you let them do a payment plan. And all right, so we're all in the group. Month one, we're all in the group. Everybody paid. You as a teacher, you're feeling good. Coach, you're feeling good. They're all feeling good. Now, it comes time around for them to pay you again, and they miss their payments. You've had them in this group. They're forming a community. They're forming bonds now. What do? If the person doesn't pay you, do you let them stay in the group? Do you kick them out? Do you disrupt the energy in your group? Some people say, you know what, I'm going to let them figure it out, but I'm going to keep them in the group, right? But then what ends up happening, if you're honest, is you begin to feel resentful because it's like, you don't have your payment to pay me. I feel played. You knew this payment was coming up. I was generous enough to make you a payment plan, right? You didn't honor it. And now I'm feeling some kind of way. And do I just go on like regular as though you paid? And my thing is this, why even create that for yourself in the beginning? So certain products of mine, I'm going to structure them in a way where I know my ideal clients can pay it in one fell swoop. Why? Because I don't want to create these scenarios. Because once you're in my group, you're part of my community. I give you my all. I don't like disrupting the community. I don't want to kick you out. But at the same time, you need to pay your way. And the fact that you got a payment plan, you should be honoring it. So my thing is this, why even have the payment plans to begin with though? Why not figure out and this is what I told the young lady, why not, because she gave a few people discounts. I said, go back, look at that discount that you gave to the whole, look at the whole price. Let's just take $1,000. Some people paid $1,000 in full, right? And then some people asked her for a discount. I said, what was that discount? Because it was a couple of them. Let's just say it was 50%. So that means $497 or $500. I'm like, what you could have done going forward is instead of charging $1,000 for it, why don't you just charge $500? She was like, but is I said, no, because your people are obviously telling you that's the price. They feel really like they can pay that all at once. Now you don't have to agree with me, but hear me out. Why don't you make it 500? Just get all your money up front. They take care of the money so everybody didn't pay. You can teach, you can do whatever, and the energy in a group is right. That's the important thing. I have results because the energy is right. I don't have to kick anybody out. You take yourself out, but I don't do it. So I said, why don't you charge it at 500? I said, and the people who paid you in full, why don't you offer them a VIP level? She was like, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, because if they paid you in full, they're willing to pay you more money. Have something else to offer them. Does anybody, now some people may not agree with me. They say, no, Shalina, my stuff is what it is. And be careful with all them payment plans. Be careful. Because you don't want to get into this people not paying you stuff. That messes up the game because you know you're going to represent, you're going to teach you. So instead of always doing these payment plans, why don't you figure out a good price point that they can pay you in one fell swoop? And then, you know, you want to make more money, offer a higher tier and let those people choose it. It'll help you. First of all, you get all your money. And then it'll teach you, okay, so so now since the people want like a $400 level or 500, maybe there's some things I can take out of this. And then the people who want more, I can give them a little more of that, or maybe they can have private phone calls with me or something. But I promise you, if y'all listen to me, let the people dictate that to you. And then once you get that price, let's say there's 1,000, you're like, oh, I'm gonna charge $5 and I'm gonna offer a VIP level. I'm gonna take some things out of the $500 level, put some of them in the $1,000 level, whatever, and you do that. That's just one way you can handle it, and then you don't have to worry about that. Now, the people who are like, dang, let's just say it's $500 now, and they come to you and they're like, I can't afford that 500. Do you offer a payment plan? No. You have to develop the posture. I'm worth you saving up for this. No, that's posture, y'all. Posture. Some of you do not have good posture. You don't have the confidence. You're desperate. I don't chase clients. I stopped that. I don't chase. I don't do discovery calls. I don't do none of that stuff anymore. And people are like, well, how can I work with you? Get in my group. Purchase something. It's stuff at 37, 47, because I know my ideal client. Once I show up and I show out, they're going to be like, what? 47? They ain't nothing. But if you sweating over 27, 47, baby, you're not my ideal people. And what I say in the beginning, I don't care about you. Because there's too many other people who I can help. And then it's like, okay, if you're haggling over 297 to get into the online school, boo, you're not my people. Then I'm all right with that. I'm going to show up for the people who are ready for me, and they see the value and they invest. It's that simple. See, that's an abundance mindset, actually. I believe that there are so many people out there just waiting to discover me, waiting to find me because I have what they want. And I'm going to give it to you. All these other people who study asking you for all these discounts, you better look at that. We ain't going to have too many payment plans. We're not. It's too much. And it's like you just can't do that. And then it is posturing. And it's like, listen, when I first started telling people I didn't do discovery calls, people were mad at me. I don't care. I'm not auditioning for you. I'm not hopping on the phone to see if I'm the right client for you, if I'm the right coach for you. Girl, bye. No, I'm not doing that. You want to know what? I show up every night around 9 p.m. and I go live. If you're in my group, I show up every single day. You can't decide from there. On YouTube, you can't decide from there. Then I don't know what to tell you. And they're like, well, how can I become a customer if you don't get on the phone with me? Well, you can't decide from what I do. Then I don't care. Like I'm telling you, people got mad at me. I don't care. And guess what? I came up with another way for you to decide if I'm the coach for you. It's called Dinner with the Diva. Invest in it. You will love it. I'll get to coach you on spot coaching. You will love it. And I close so many people from that. But I'm not jumping on a call, 15-minute call. You wasting my time telling me what God told you. And did he tell you to pay me? That's what I want to know. Did he tell you to work with me? That's all I care about. And that might seem crude and cruel, but y'all let them waste your time. You're not wasting mine because I'm changing lives. I don't have time for that with you. You're not going to play with me like that. You want to know why? You want to see what I'm about? Show up on these live streams. Ask me questions here. Come in my group. That's my posture now. Some like it, some don't. But I got the results to back it up. Not only my personal results, but my clients' results. But this is from knowing your ideal clients and digging in. So let me check to see let me check to see what y'all are I hope y'all Christian people don't get mad because I said the guy asked you to pay me. It's true though. You want to tell you all this stuff. Did he tell you to pay me or what? Like, you wasting my time. You know, and stop blaming stuff on God and the Holy Spirit. Like, y'all need to stop that. So Pamela Garrison said, yes, the energy is important. It is. Shakima said that is good. Fully agree. VIP. Yeah, go VIP. D Johnson, okay, cool. Do that. Do that for my stuff that you're building. Absolutely, man. So D is a done for you client, and I'm actually building out her curriculum and actually creating products and services for her based upon her own unique branded coaching system. So she's one of my done for you clients, and I love that. So Shakima says, I am listening, Shalina, listen. D is like, let's go coach. Dr. Stevie says, this is great wisdom. D said no payment plan. Now, some things we can do, but we don't want to make that a habit. You want to make payment plans for your higher end stuff, like where it makes sense. But you know what I found? People who really serious, they usually pay in full. That's just what I found. And you don't have no problems out of them. And you feel comfortable. And so when I had the conversation with the young lady, I was just so glad that somebody understood where I'm coming from. Like, I don't want to break up my group, but if you're not paying, you have to go. So instead of me putting you in that position and me, why don't you just pay all up front? All right, so Stevie says, yes, there are billions of people in the world. Yes, there are. Carla says, posture. You got to have a good posture. D says, and you've made 80K in 90 days. Yes, I have. Praise God. D says, he told me to pay. See? Okay. D, can you please? This is a true story. When I'm saying people coming to me, they're like, the Lord said this and the Holy Spirit. And I'm like, well, did he tell you to pay me or what? Because, so listen, so D was thinking about my done for you. Actually, D created the done for you service product for me. Another thing, Shakima S. Perry created a product for me too. You got to listen to your customers. So D was contemplating coaching with me, right? And it's about like 2 weeks ago. And it was funny, we were both in the water at different locations. So D was at a resort I believe it was where was it in Texas, and I was at in Hershey Park, and we're both in the water. I was in the lazy river in Hershey, PA, and she was in the water in Texas at a resort. And I was looking up at the sky, and I just felt God saying to me, "What is it that you want?" I said, "God, please tell your daughter D to invest in herself and trust me and just pay it all up front." I was like, "Lord, please and thank you." I closed my eyes and I went sailing down the lazy river. This is a true story. D, isn't this a true story? No lie. So then, um, um, and so then, I got out of the lazy river and I was just like, it's done. You know, it's what it is. But it's like, look, that's what I want. Have her pay me in full and trust me. And that's just it. Like put her, just it. That's all I want. So I'm in the lazy river looking up and it was so peaceful. So I get back, I get out, I get to my phone. No lie. D says, Shalina, God just told me, I'm not lying. She said, God just told me to just go ahead and pay you and let you be in your zone of genius. I'm going to pay in full when I get out the pool. D says, I was in the pool at the hotel and he, as in God, told me to pay her. I promise you, that's a true story. We got the proof. We got the text. I was like, God, just tell her to pay me, please. And be done. Pay in full. Like, what's all this? And she said she was in the water and she was just like, Lord, like seeking God about her business. And he was like, pay Shalina in full and just let her operate in her zone of genius. That's a true story, I promise you. And D just said she was in the pool and God told her to pay me in full. So y'all can believe this stuff works or not, but when you start showing up, I promise you. Yeah, and then Shakima too, right? D says, yup, it's a true story. And so Shakima, then D was like, look, can you just build it for me? And D helped me to create a whole different product in my business called Done For You. And several people have paid me for the Done For You. And guess what? They paid in full too. So stop thinking that there aren't people out there who are willing to pay in full. They're out there. They're out there and they don't even want the payment plan. They're like, just get it over with. You offer them a savings by paying in full. I'm telling you, they look here. But you build up that trust. So they didn't from the gate pay me what they did. They didn't pay me for figures from the gate. They actually purchased other products and services from me. And they've been around me and they felt comfortable and they trusted me. That's why I like that ladder of ascension. They call it the value ladder, but I say ascension because just because they start at 27, 37, that doesn't mean they can't one day pay you $5,000. I'm proof that it happens. So what happened with Shakima is Shakima was a repeat buyer. Shakima couldn't buy my stuff fast enough, right? And Shakima was like, look, I done bought all these classes. I know I need more help. She was like, yo, can I just pay for like a pass to your class, to your school, where I pay you 4 figures and then I get access to the classes because I can't keep, I know I need them. And that's how I developed a pass to my school. Few people have purchased it and they get 6 months access to all the classes that I have. And you take them at your leisure. You take them. And they're yours to keep forever. And it's for 6 months. So listen to Shakima. She helped me to develop that. Listen to D. She helped me to develop the Done For You. And it's like, these are the people who are buying from you. So why not? And then Shakima was like, Shalina, because I didn't have that product. She's like, Shalina, look, God told me to ask you, can I take some classes and just pay you like, this amount of money? I was like, huh? What are you asking me? And once I realized, I said, sure. And so several people have purchased that. So D says, they sure are out there because we don't want to learn nothing else. Like there are people who don't have the time to implement what you are teaching. They would rather you just do it for them. They're out there. Right. And Stevie says, these days I'm doing my best to pay everything in full. You feel a lot better when you pay in full, Stevie, right? And then you feel a lot better when people pay you in full. That way the energy is there. You don't feel taken advantage of when they don't pay. You can give them their all and they give you their all because the money is taken care of. So I'm not saying don't do any payment plans, but stop automatically reverting to payment plans because you're you're setting you're creating a certain kind of energy that you don't need to create. You don't have to always do that for everything. Now, if it's like a higher price item, you can do that because listen, that first payment, listen, not that many people walk away from a $2,000 or $2,500 payment. They got skin in the game. They got skin in the game. I ain't walking away from them 2,500. Look, I'm gonna be in it because I know I can't get my money back. That's different. But if it's stuff that's like $500 and then they want to, man, get out of here with that. Save up. I'm worth saving up for. I'm worth waiting for. You gotta believe that. And I'm telling you, people get that money together real quick. So Stevie says, listen, I sent out an email, just got a sale in my online university right there, right here while I was watching you. Yes, you got to do it. So Stevie says, D Johnson, amen and absolutely. And Ruth says, sure did. I don't like strings. Yeah, people don't like strings attached. Like just pay. And then another thing too, y'all, when you are offering up your personal time, please stop discounting that. It's one thing for me to have done a class or something like that and I can offer you a discount because I did it once and I keep getting paid. But if it's my personal time, like I'm in live and living color with you, I'm not discounting that because, all right, let's just say it's $1,000 to do some type of day, VIP day or something with you, and you're going to discount it. Why? Because you can't discount your effort, your energy, your time. You can't do that. So why give them a discount on something like that? I don't discount those kind of things because I can't, like, how can I can only show up one way and that's in excellence. I can't give you 50% excellence because that's out of integrity for me. Therefore, you need to pay 100% of whatever it is. Now, if it's something, listen, that is pre-recorded or something like that, I don't mind discounting some of those things. I don't mind. But it's on a case-by-case basis. But if it's my oh, you can forget it, honey. Oh, no, I'm not discounting that. Why should I? I don't have to. I'm not going to give you 50% energy or effort. So you need to pay 100%. Do you guys follow that? Stop discounting. If they're doing these sessions with you, stop discounting that. They need to pay. That's because you raw, pure, uncut. They need to pay for that. And I'm not sitting and the thing is, a lot of the people who ask for discounts, they would never give you one. Never. Y'all better watch that. So some of y'all probably scared, like Shalita saying, don't give discounts. Sparingly. Shalita saying, don't do payment plans. Sparingly. Sparingly. Do it sparingly, y'all. Because your ideal, like I know certain things my ideal clients will drop $1,000 on. Boom. I know certain things they'll drop 500 on. Boom. I know certain things where you learn that. And so somebody needed to hear that about them payment plans, and somebody needed to hear that about discounting and posturing. And stop trying to be all things to all people. Stop trying to be people's friends. You're not their friend. You're offering a service to them. Now, I'm friends with many of my clients. Like we're cordial and all of that. But you don't lower your price because you're trying to please somebody. Do not do that because what you're doing is the energy is off. And I'm so big on energy now. The energy is off balance. They already in a relationship dictating to you what the terms are, but they need what you have. How does that work? And then they're not even paying you full price. When you see it that way, do you see how jacked up that is? So if this is helping somebody, say yes. Because I'm talking about stuff people don't really want to talk about or other coaches not going to tell y'all. It's like, oh, offer a payment plan. Maybe you out of your league. Maybe you're not tall enough to ride this ride. And that's okay. Just you can grow into it. That's okay. But I got other, and this is why I encourage you to create lower tier things. I got other things you can purchase. But this right here, baby, you're not tall enough to ride this ride. And that's that. So Dr. T says, can be all you. Yeah, you can't be everything to everybody. All right. So Shirley says, how do you figure out what service is and who you're? Okay. So I have a class this Saturday, and I did not prepare the class, y'all, because today is my day off, and I was really tired. But Shirley, I'm actually teaching a class this Saturday. You're in my group, so I'm gonna post the link to it. It's this Saturday. I'm gonna post the link to it, and I'm actually gonna teach you how to like determine who your ideal clients are, how to find them, how to start hanging out with them, and then how to get certain information from them so that you can determine what kind of products to create, what kind of price points also to have so that they'll buy your stuff. I'm teaching that class this Saturday, and it's truly how to find your ideal client and get them to buy. But I think I'm just calling how to get people to keep buying your stuff. Because once you figure out that ideal client and you service them, they're going to keep buying. So that is a long. So if you're interested in that, I will give you the link to that. I was supposed to have it ready tonight, but y'all was tired. To Sorry, today is my day off, and I was tired. So you can't be all things to all people. Yes, 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 you guys. So does anybody else have any more questions for me about how to keep people to how to get people to keep buying your stuff? Because you get to a point where it's like they're going to keep buying it, and you want them to, and you want to keep figuring out different problems they have, keep presenting it, and they will keep, you treat them well, give them a great experience, and they will keep buying. Or if there's something they can't buy, they're going to recommend you to other people. That's just the name of the game. Does anybody have any questions for me? Did you find value? Some of y'all were a little quiet on me. Did you find value? If you did, type a V in the comments. If you found value, type a V in the comments. Okay. Shirley says, okay, thank you so much. Yep, yep, yep. You are welcome. I'm thinking of for this class on Saturday, I'm going to teach it live. I'm thinking of having a workbook to go with it to really help people to really understand. I just got to decide that tonight. I'm going to be up all night because I got work to do. I took off today because I needed it, but I had a lot of work to do. Is there anybody with any questions, any comments, if you found value? All right. Nene J. Hey, Nene J. What's up, YouTube? I'm getting so much love from YouTube. I'm loving it. Rue, a value. Thank you so much. Carla Nicole. You was quiet, Carla. So were you taking notes, Carla? She was quiet. I'm telling you, when you first take a stand with that posture, like, no, this is what it is. I'm not doing this in my business. I'm not doing that. This is how it's going to be. People are going to get upset with you. They're going to try to bully you, try to guilt you. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing discovery calls. I don't have the time, boo. And they'll be like, well, how? I don't care. I'm not doing them. And you're going to get some backlash from some people, but you keep going. You keep going. Like, for example, I don't do the all right. So Stevie said, B, congratulations on your sale too. Stevie, did that put you over 20K? Did that sale put you over 20K? Stevie is she's a colleague of mine. She is a collaborator of mine, and she's a good friend. And Stevie is also a student. Like we're students of each other. We buy each other's products. She purchased the Build Your Online School. She created her school and created her first class May 25th, which is Memorial Day, and we are almost 2 months into since she released her school, and she's at 19,700 when I last checked. Okay, so Stevie said not quite yet, so she was probably at like 19. So she's at 19,700. Every time I make a prediction, it comes to pass for Stevie. So I keep saying Stevie's going to get to $20,000 by July the 25th. And what is July the 25th? Next Sunday, I believe before next Sunday, she'll be at 20,000. That is somebody who would average $10,000 per month. Once she got into the Build Your Online School in I told her you got to streamline your stuff, right? And then teaching her the different ways to, taking what she knows and creating different products and services and presenting them. So that's just tremendous. Everybody give it up for Stevie. That is amazing. She just keeps going. All right, somebody says, good evening. Your information and wisdom was 100% valuable. Oh, hey, Doretta. I know exactly that is. I know that because of her, the ending. Shout out to her. That's amazing. Yes, Stevie. Yes, almost 20. I'm saying 20,000. She's going to hit that this week. $20,000. So Stevie says, next Saturday, 5 days, the number of grace. Okay, so the 25th. Yeah, the 25th is next Saturday. I believe she's going to hit 20,000 before Saturday. But that's when you streamline. I keep telling y'all, Get into this program while it's still available. Stop playing around. And everybody in here is winning. So Rua's like, congratulations. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So those of you who want to get in on this, and like if you're like D, you're like, listen, D is like, all right, build it for me. And D paid top dollar. She said, build it for me. And so we're not only building her online school, the actual online school you see, but the programs, the products, and the services, I am creating those and building those for her based upon her. It's nothing cookie cutter. So we are excited about that. And I'll be working on those things for you over the next couple of weeks, things that she can sell, because I know what sells and I know how to get it to sell. And so I'm excited about that. And so Stevie says, thank you, everyone needs to, yeah, she says, thank you. Everyone needs to get into school. You need to get into school. Like when people come into school and they come into the group and they just take a gander and they look at, they take a gander, they take a gander at the online school and they see all the testimonials and they see all the energy. They're just so inspired. Like, I want this. They want to post their results. They want to post their dashboards. It's such an environment of winning. And I'll keep telling, stop spinning your wheels. Like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. Stop spinning your wheels and just get in the school. Just get into school. And like I said, for my ideal people, it's only $297. They look at that like a no-brainer. They're like, girl, okay, here we go. It's a no-brainer, and that's it. That's it. Okay, you guys. So, all right. So Doretta says, thank you and greatly appreciate. Shout out. What's deadline to enroll? Well, the school at this point, the school is evergreen, so you can get in. Now that $297 price, I don't know how long that's going to be, because it's like I'm just waiting. I'm this close to making it $497. Because you look at it, people come in and they earning $700, $800, $900, $1,000 in a few weeks. And when I talk about energy and stuff, but I should be compensated. You know, it really should be $997, to be honest with you. And I feel comfortable with $997, because I know my ideal people, once they start seeing these results, they gonna whip out their credit cards quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, when I do that though, the people who couldn't afford it at $247 or $400, they just gonna be like, I've left it open for 2 months, for 2.5 months. This opportunity, I talk about it every day. I show the results every day. And if people don't get it, like, I'm at the point, I don't know what else to tell you, because I produce results and I should be compensated as such. And that's how you should feel. All right. So that's that here. So Stevie says, I am okay. All right. Okay. Stevie says, I am only $188.24 away. It's already done. I would not know about the school unless Shalina Rosa taught me. Listen, Stevie has a membership, everything. Get in, get in, get in. Don't get left behind. We have it. No diva, no dollar left behind, you guys. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really, truly appreciate you all. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, so Steve, if you're only less than $200 away, girl, you're going to hit that probably like tomorrow or so. And when she does, you know her success is my success. So when we do the new sales page, you're going to see through this program, she earned $20,000 in less than 2 months. That is unheard of. We're not running Facebook and we're not doing any of that stuff. And Stevie's not the only one. There are other people who are earning money like this, like they're earning money, and it's ridiculous. And people spend thousands of dollars in different programs and they don't even get results like this. I know, because my ideal clients tell me. So that's the Retta. Yep. So Stevie is saying, this ain't monopoly money, no baby. 20K in less than 2 months is no monopoly money. That's life-changing money. That's I need to move, or it's a lot. I need to move. I need to get a new car. I need whatever. That's real money. That's life-changing money. That is real life-changing money that it can definitely change your life. So if nobody has any more questions for me, you guys, I'm gonna hop off here because I got homework to do. I'm gonna be up all night. I'm gonna be up all night. I'm gonna be up all night doing my homework. I got homework to do for clients and stuff, and I got just prepare for my class this week. I have lots of stuff I need to do, and I'm excited about it. So if anybody has any questions, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, you guys. So this is Shalina Diva. Stevie says, she said yes, and most importantly, Stevie says, I got me some rest. Meaning when you streamline, you're not racing and chasing after people. You're not doing 50 things. You don't have all of these different pieces of software that you're trying to use. Everything is centralized. So Doretta says, awesome. Yep. Stevie says, in the midst of the quarantine, a pandemic, we earning money. All right. Getting to school tonight. Thank you, Stevie. Mercy. Hey, Mercy says, wow, that's crazy. 20K in 2 months is 6 figures in 12 months. Congrats, Stevie Mills. I'm so proud of you. Yes, yes, yes. 6 figures in 12 months. Yes, that is, because 100K is like 8,000 and some change every month. She keeps at this rate, she will hit her 6 figures within a year. Within a year, if not sooner. That's what happens when you streamline. I say money loves speed and order. Speed and order. Y'all out of order with your money. Everything is going different ways. And then speed, you got to deliver stuff. People want the goods. And you can't deliver it if you're like, oh, wait, call me. Wait, let me send you my link. Well, ain't nobody got time for that. All right. And we're very supportive. Yes, centralize your work. Centralize it. All right, you guys. So I'm going to get going. Listen, there's so much more. So even though you're in the online school, it's lifetime support. And in 1 week, you build it. The next week, we show you how to start earning money from it, selling classes. But you keep going and you keep creating classes and we keep supporting you. Like it's ongoing because during your journey, you're going to need ongoing support. It's not like after 2 weeks, that's it. You keep going and you keep growing and you keep sharing and we support each other and we celebrate each other. That's what it's about. That is what it is about. All right, you guys. So this is Shalina Diva, the purpose-driven diva. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Those of you who aren't my clients, you aren't in a school, the other side for you is in the online, how to build your online school. That's the other side for you. All right, this is Shalina Diva, you guys. I'll see you on the other side. Be blessed.